49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, it's championship week as the sections crown their winter season champs. We'll see the CCS Open Division title game with Reardon and St. Ignatius, the NCS Open title game featuring the top seed Salesian, and the City League Championship with Lincoln and Lowell.
Girls Hoops has the CCS Open title game with Mitty and Reardon. Soccer with 4 sectional title games, including Carondelet and Bishop O'Dowd, and the story of the San Lorenzo basketball star learning how to win by overcoming her losses. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Now, we said we have a lot of section title games, but before we get there, we have a few semifinal games we thought were especially compelling. First up, it's the NCS Open Division semifinal game with Doherty Valley and Clayton Valley.
The Ugly Eagles cruised through their league without a loss, while the Wildcats from Doherty Valley battled in the super tough East Bay League. Second-seeded Clayton Valley hosting the 6th-seed Doherty Valley on Wednesday.
Here we go. It's the NCS Open Division semifinal match as Clayton Valley and Doherty Valley go at it Wednesday night. The Ugly Eagles can do a lot of damage inside as Cannon Simpson finds Vince Ellis and let Vince do the rest. Here comes Doherty Valley, and they do a lot of its damage from beyond the arc as Devin Renola nails the 3. 16 points for Devin. Back and forth we go. We know Zion Grissom can make a splash, and the southpaw gets the triple to go. 13-11 Clayton Valley after 1. More CV in the second. This Cannon Simpson kid was very impressive in this one, and here he throws it up with the left hand and gets it to go. More paint attack from those Ugly Eagles. This don't look ugly when you got Jet Tran knifing his way to the cup. 28-26 Ugly Eagles at the half. Third quarter, Doherty Valley continues to fight. Rashad Cotton Jr. dealt with foul trouble in the first half, and the EBAL Player of the Year is looking to get going with this finish at the rack. Then it's Cotton pulling up from way downtown. You betcha! 9 points for Cotton, but CV continues to dominate inside. Cannon Simpson grabs his own miss. Hoop plus the harm. 22 points for the senior. Then great ball movement in transition, which leads to this two-handed flush by Vince Ellis. 41-34 Ugly Eagles after 3. No quit in the Wildcats. Rylan Sevilla drives in, then decides to pump the brakes and hits the mid-range J to cut Clayton Valley's lead to just 2. But the Ugly Eagles hang on and take care of business. How about Jetran adding 12 points on the night, including this nice finish, plus the foul, as Clayton Valley advances to the NCS Open Division Final, where they will take on Salesian. Highlights of that game in our next segment.
The Dons getting hyped before the NCS D1 semis. 2-seed Amador Valley hosts 3-seed Granada. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. The Dons get to an early lead as Elijah Stanley gathers a loose ball and throws down a ferocious dunk. Last couple seconds in the first, Ethan Mitchell drains the triple for the Matadors, but keep the tape going as Jalen Smith lets it fly from 3/4 court. Yeah, he's like that. What a way to end the quarter. 20-12 AV. Matadors flip the script in the second, opening the quarter on a 13-4 run. Damian Miles makes his defender touch the earth and gets the layup to fall. The Dons regain the lead, mainly due to the defense. Here's Smith poking the ball free. Stanley driving up court and throws down another hammer. 14 points in the game for the junior. 33-32 Dons at the half. Granada gets in front in the third. Miles in the paint, fighting through all sorts of contact and somehow gets the shot to drop. 43-42 Granada after 3. The Dons take a 3-point lead with 4 minutes left as Smith drives into his defender's chest and hits him with the too small. Now, a minute to go. Miles spins, drives in the paint, puts up a shot, and count the basket and make it a 3-point play. The Matadors would get to a 2-point lead. The Dons trying for quick points, but Brandon Hahn earns his rim protector badge, fights for the rebound, and gets fouled. After splitting the free throws, Dons are down 3. 3 seconds to go. They get the shot off, but it's off the mark. And that will do it. The Matadors storm the court and are set to face the top seed Bishop O'Dowd for the championship after beating Amador Valley 53-50. 3 Matadors with double-digit points.
Off to Portola Valley now as Reardon takes on Woodside Priory in the final game of the CCS Open Division pool play. Hugh Great Daniels off to a great start for Priory. Hugh Great with the drive and the finish. Nyla Dyson answers back on the other end. Nyla gets the offensive rebound and the second chance bucket, but the Panthers were in control early. Adelaide Chan passing it ahead to Sasha Johnson. Sasha makes it splash from three-point land. 17-11 Priory after one. Second quarter now. Shay Johnson finds a wide open Jordan Moss, and the senior shoots and scores from deep as the Panthers take a 7-point lead. Reardon fires back. Nyla Dyson dishes it to Talia Nassau. Talia for three. It's good! 22-20 Priory at halftime. More Reardon in the second half. Trenia Dunbar steps back and sinks her shot from just inside the arc as the Crusaders take a 31-30 lead after three. Chloe Ann was scorching hot in the fourth. Chloe Ann shoots and scores all the way from Stanford. Priory comes right back. Sasha Johnson to Ugreet Daniels. Ugreet for three. She got it. 35-34 Panthers. But Chloe Ann answers right back. Chloe knocks it down again from three-point land. 37-35 Crusaders. Here's Chloe Ann for three again. Bang! 17 points for Chloe in the fourth as the Crusaders win it. 53-40 to advance to the CCS Open Division final game against the Midi Monarchs. Highlights of that game on our next segment.
Let's go to the pitch for the CCS D1 title as Los Gatos battle St. Francis. Here come the Lancers, 22nd minute. It's Penelope Correa splitting through the Wildcats defense. Just a goalie the beat, but the Hawaii-bound senior Cora Bryant stands tall to come up with a huge save. No score at the half. The goalies from both teams were outstanding in this match. Annalise Braun had a busy second half who makes a wonderful stop here in traffic. No score after regulations, and with no goals scored in extra time, it comes down to penalty kicks. Round one for the Lancers. It's Penelope Correa, and the St. Mary's commit goes top shelf, shushing the crowd to make it 1-0 Lancers. Jumping to round three. Lancers looking to make it 3-2, but Cora Bryant says access denied. To round four, LG can make it 4-3 with Alessandra Maneke. Got it! She's heading to Stanford in the fall. So the Wildcats need one more stop to win the CCS D1 title, and the shot is wide! Oh my goodness, let the celebration begin! An unbelievable finish! Ends with Los Gatos winning the CCS D1 title 4-3 on penalty kicks.
The Reiches Center brings us the Players of the Week each week. Scan this QR code right now to vote for next week's top athletes.
The winners announced in a wrap produced by the Reiches Center. Here are this week's Gary Reiches Players of the Week.
49ers Cal High, James the Spitter. These are your Gary Reiches Players of the Week. Reiches Center. Andrew Hillman, repping the Crusaders. Outstanding player, really doesn't major. He's balling out, showing off his skills. Executing drills for his game just to build 33 points like Pippen. His game is so vicious. 7 assists on the court, he was dishing. He could really see the court, man. He's got great vision. Leon the Cavacci, game fresh like Versace. When she steps on the floor, it's like you really can't stop me. On the court, you better guard her, cause she is a big deal. She would gladly pick your pocket, cause she got 7 steals. 19 points, showed up and performed. That has always been the norm, so her team is in good form. Competition is always about survival. The Mustangs got the El Camino division title. James the Spitter, 49ers Cal High. Your Gary Reiches Players of the Week, Reiches Center.
Coming up, it's a Mancini Sleep World dream matchup. It's the NCS Open Division title game with top-seeded Salesian battling Clayton Valley.
And McKenna Velichko and her Midi Monarchs take on Reardon for the CCS Open title. You're watching the nation's longest-running high school sports show, 49ers Cal High Sports.
At Bellarmine, athletics isn't just competition, it's tradition. With 40% of our coaches and both our athletic directors being alumni, this place is more than a school. It's home. They've lived the grind, worn the jersey, and felt the pride, and now they're giving back by building the same experience to the next generation of Bells. They return because they believe in what Bellarmine gave them, and they're here to pass it on. Bellarmine Athletics, be a part of the tradition.
This is Jess, Peloton instructor, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses US Bank Bank Smartly checking and savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
Every time I step onto the field, I suit up to protect myself from injury. Off the field, I do the same for my family. But sometimes in life, no matter how careful you are, accidents happen. That's when you can trust Bernardi Zerata. They treat their clients like family, always looking out for your best interests. If you've been injured, call Bernardi Zerata, because when life hits you hard, you deserve a caring team that's on your side.
What's the easiest way to put a spring back in your step? Finding the perfect mattress at Mancini Sleep World. We've got you covered with our Rest Easy promise. We're so sure you'll love your mattress that we offer a 365-night comfort guarantee. 1 year to make sure your mattress is delivering the comfort you deserve. We guarantee the best price with free next-day delivery with top brands like Tempur-Pedic starting at $29 a month. Feel the beat of better sleep with
Mancini Sleep World. Rest easy.
Mancini Sleep World brings us the dream matchup each week. This is the game we thought would be the biggest game in a week of big games. This week it's the NCS Open Division title with the top 2 seeds making the final game.
The Bay Area's top-ranked team, the Salesian Pride, is taking on second-seeded Ugly Eagles from Clayton Valley. The game played Saturday night at San Leandro High School in that beautiful brand new gym. It's a Mancini Sleep World dream matchup. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Mancini Sleep World. Rest easy.
Well, the stage is set here at San Leandro High School for the NCS Open Division title as top-seeded Salesian takes on Clayton Valley. Salesian will look for its second NCS title in 3 years. A lot of talent on this roster, which features senior Elias Obenya, a great facilitator and very smart with the basketball. There's a reason he's heading to Stanford next year to continue his basketball career. And for Clayton Valley, the Ugly Eagles are searching for their third section title in the past 5 years. We saw Cannon Simpson earlier in the week where he dropped 22 points in a big victory over Doherty Valley. Let's get this Mancini Sleep World dream matchup underway. The Pride turn defense in the points early as Isaiah Davis finds Obenya for the easy basket. And Clayton Valley returns the favor. It's Cannon Simpson with the steal, and he'll receive a pass from Zion Grissom for the layup. Back and forth we go. Leon Poe swings a pass out to Asante Johnson for 3. Kaboom! 16-12 Salesian after 1. Second quarter, Carlton Perelia hands the rock to Elias Obenya, and the future Cardinal goes to work, but Clayton Valley got hot. Shot doesn't go, but Zion Grissom slams it down with the putback. Then we get a little taste of some sharp shooting from Chris Berry, like this triple from the wing. Yes, sir! 29-27 CV at the half. More CV in the third. It's Vince Ellis finding Jet Tran for 3. Oh, you better take flight. Salesian down 8 in the third, but Carlton Perelia drives in, throws it up, and gets a generous bounce for the bucket. 11 points for Carlton. Then great ball movement here, which leads to this Jalil Lindsay flush. Salesian down 42-37 after 3. Late in the fourth quarter, CV trailing by 1, but the loose cannon rips it down with 2 hands, 49-48 CV. Clayton Valley looking to play keep away with the rock, but they throw it away. Here comes Obenya with the steal and the layup. 50-49 Salesian. One last shot for Clayton Valley, down 2. This for the win. No! Salesian becomes the first team to win multiple NCS Open Division titles. 51-49 was the final.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just that feeling of being threatened. Like, it's a life or death situation. Like, we're not losing this game, and there's things you got to do. Maybe you weren't doing them throughout the game, but you just got to change your mode and those last few minutes, last few seconds to just get the win. Do whatever you have to do.
Heading over to the Chase Center now for the San Francisco section title game between Lowell and Washington. First quarter, it's 9-6 Washington. Leah Raddick gives it to Kira Fong. Fong hits from three-point range and give her Eagles a 12-6 lead. Here are the Cardinals. Mariana Palomares feeds Hannah Tandock. A nice move down low, breaking free there. It's 14-8 Washington after 1. The Eagles still with the lead here. Marissa Abentau to Quinta Pony for the long 2. She hits it. Then it's the Eagles point guard Abentau going around traffic and bouncing in the floater. The Washington Eagles have the 8-point lead with under 2 minutes of play in the half. Palomares with a tricky shot there. Good move from the senior to cut the Eagles lead back to 6. But again, Washington showing no signs of letting up. Rain Walker with a putback, 25-17 Eagles at the half. Second half, Dylan Mack throws it into Jasmine Lee. Lee, back to Mac. From NBA range, the sophomore delivers. Lowell makes it a 2-point game with under 2 minutes to play. The Eagles freshman, Christine Howe, rips the ball away from a Cardinal and puts it back, extending the lead back to 4. And when Zara Zambudi hits this impressive mid-range shot, Washington puts the game on ice. The Eagles win the 2026 section title and will move on for a shot at NorCal's.
Here comes McKenna Velichko and her top-seeded Midi Monarchs taking on Reardon. The Crusaders get an early three-pointer from Talia Nasol, but this one was all Midi all the time. The shot is off here, but right there is Malia Hunter with the putback. And now the Iowa commit Velichko with the steal and the bucket crashing to the floor. You get a free shot for that. Well, let's go now to Devin Cosgrove, who had a terrific game for the Monarchs. Devin hitting from distance right there. Well, let's go tough in the paint, up and under, a terrific shot by McKenna. As the Midi Monarchs go on to win huge, the Monarchs' 5th straight section title, their 34th title for the basketball program. That's the best for any team in any sport in the state of California. Gillette presents the Precision Player each week. This is a freshman or a sophomore athlete already making his or her mark in sports.
This week, Gillette honors Amari Chandler from the Livermore basketball team. Amari, fantastic in his sophomore year for the Cowboys. For the best a fan can get this season, visit Gillette.com/NFL to purchase your Gillette Labs official 49ers licensed razor today.
D-Line Constructors brings us the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Defensive Play goes to the Kings Academy and talented sophomore Hezekiah Sayers. Sayers with a big-time block in the Knights' win last week. Hezekiah Sayers with this week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week.
Coming up, the CCS Open Division final game with St. Ignatius and Reardon.
And the NCS Division III Girls Final with Miramonte and Venetia. But first, here is the Bay Area Girls Basketball Poll.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer.
And give you a fresh blade feeling time after
Time after time after time. Gillette Labs, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
You didn't choose a European car for average performance, so don't settle for average service. At Euroclinic, we specialize in Audi, Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, and other marques, delivering expert maintenance and a refined experience. Valet pickup, exotic towing, a private lounge, meticulous service with a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. Euroclinic, Silicon Valley's choice for European and exotic care, where performance meets premium service.
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, man, it was one of the greatest days of my life. But that day was ruined by accusations that my birds only won to sell wings. You know what they're saying out there? They're saying the quarterbacks are scrambling, apparently, to sell eggs.
Eggs are delicious. Great protein.
Oh, Baker Mayfield's a bread influencer.
Yeah, the man does bake.
You know, football is not a ploy to sell
food. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
High school athletes know what it means to push themselves, to commit, to be part of something bigger. At the San Jose Police Department, that same drive builds a rewarding career.
I found purpose with SJPD. Protecting my city, helping my neighbors, and building a future with stability and benefits that last.
Join SJPD, one of the top departments in the nation, protecting the safest big city in the nation. Protect, serve, inspire. Join the San Jose Police Department today.
A familiar matchup in the CCS Open Division title game, the Reardon Crusaders earned the #1 seed as the section's best team during the regular season. The Crusaders come into this game with a 25-1 record, winning the West Catholic League perfect 14-0 season.
Very impressive. The Crusaders taking on the second seed, St. Ignatius. The Wildcats played 2 very tight games against the Crusaders in the regular season. The second game going to 2 overtimes. The winner this time is crowned the CCS Open Division champs. The game played at USF Friday night. J.P. Pitoff's introduced with his Reardon Crusaders taking on St. Ignatius. Reardon on top early. Toss it up to Pitoffs. He's really good at that. St. Ignatius coming right back, racing to the rim is John O'Neill. Reardon with a 12-9 lead early second quarter. More rim-rattling action as Andrew Hillman drives the baseline and Andrew rips it home. Some outside shooting as well. DJ Armstrong with a mid-range jumper to keep the Crusaders on top. Third quarter action now, and here it comes Hillman. Somebody stop that guy. Hillman likes that USF court. He'll be playing there a lot next year. The Wildcats trying to come back. Noah Kirsch-Lopez hitting for 3 and 1. The Cats get as close as 9 points. But Reardon takes off from there. Pitoffs grabs the loose ball and flushes it home. Cole White getting into the act with this alley-oop pass to a high-flying Emmanuel Ahamafule. The junior is a beast. But this is the play of the year. Hillman between his legs, alley-oop pass to Pitoffs, and the Reardon Crusaders win their third consecutive CCS title. Pitoffs and Hillman, the two USF commits, leading the way.
The NCS D3 title on the line between Miramonte and Benicia. Benicia strikes first when Kennedy Conway lets it fly for 3 from the corner, and the Panthers build that lead. Freshman Samantha Pats puts it back up and in. 15-10 Benicia after the first. Tallulah Scott Gasaloga steals it and breaks away, and the sophomore puts Benicia up by 7. But here come the Mats. The sophomore guard Ava Noga from the corner. Yes, sir! Miramonte down 1 at the half. Lorelai Keenan gets possession and then finds Frida Vieira. Frida gives Miramonte the lead, 26-25 to open the second half. Annalise Lindbergh feeds Keenan. Lorelai through contact, count it, and 1. Mats up 5. Lindbergh to Megan Eichenberger on the inbound. The 3 ball is good. Noga looking for her third 3. Ava connects as Miramonte outscores Benicia 20-4 in the third quarter, and the Mats supporters are loving it. The Mats transition led to so many great chances like this. Lindbergh to Vieira, and that will do it. Miramonte wins the North Coast section title, and the Matadors will take a trophy back to Orinda, 57-47 the final.
The Cal Hope Courage Award brings us stories of athletes overcoming adversity to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, tonight we meet a San Lorenzo basketball player who has not let the losses in her life affect the successes she is achieving. Destiny for Janae Belton meant having a daughter at 17 years old. That daughter is Destiny Finley, the star guard for the San Lorenzo basketball team.
I didn't complete high school at all, but I've always told Destiny, no matter what, I'll be here with you and for you forever. So I'll help you through that. Like, times are always hard, but it doesn't take much to be there with your kids.
Destiny has thrived. Not only will she graduate high school, but with a 3.8 GPA. She has her choice of colleges, but all that was in doubt after a terrible accident midway through Destiny's sophomore year.
My dad, he passed January of 2023, and it was random. He got in a car accident. One day he was here, one day he wasn't.
He left work, and as he was crossing the street, he was like 1 foot from the curb, and a driver hit him. They said they didn't see him. It was raining pretty bad that night, and they said that they didn't see him. The guy stayed and helped him and everything.
Destiny was crushed. Though her dad and mom had not been together for many years, she was still close with her dad, who was just 34 years old when he died.
She was very sad. She was very hurt, and it hurt me to have to leave work, know that he passed away in San Rafael, come back home, and to tell them. Like, that was hard. She was very broken.
I just kept telling myself no one's gonna come save me. I have to figure out how to do it myself, and if I mess up, then that's gonna reflect in my siblings. So it was more of like, with as much as help that I was getting from everybody, I knew that I had to do it my way. I didn't have a choice.
So Destiny worked hard in school and on the basketball court. Destiny is the best player on a team that is not good. The Grizzlies finished this season with just 1 win.
It hurts. That's the biggest thing, it hurts. Every day a practice is a battle. Even the games are a battle. I feel like everything you have to go with our team, we have to go in like hungry, that's it.
In every game, Destiny is doubled and triple teamed, fighting for every point she can get. Through her life, she has become a role model to her teammates and to her siblings.
My sister, she means the world to me. Like, she's like my biggest supporter. She's very strong, and she just like, I don't know how to really explain it, but she just means everything to me. It's not nothing she wouldn't do for me.
Growing up, I've always been told that I'm the role model. It's never been a question in my mind. As I grow up, I'm starting to see what I do does reflect them. My actions shows up in their actions as well. So I've started to notice that anything that I do is reflected in them. So I have to be an example, because once they're gonna be here without me, so I have to make sure I'm showing them how to do it the best way that I can, at least.
Despite the tragedy with her father, despite regular defeats with her team, Destiny did not give up.
She wants to help them to be better than what they are. So she continuously stayed with them throughout the years. And I love that for her. I do.
I love that for her too. Destiny looks to go to a historically black college or university next year and play basketball. We can announce tonight Destiny is a winner of the Cal Hope Scholarship, which she will receive at our end of the season awards banquet May 31st at Valley Christian High School. Congratulations.
So deserving, so talented, multifaceted.
And it's so great to see her mom never graduated from high school, and now her daughter's going off to college.
She's changing the bloodline there. Yep. Be sure to scan the QR code on the screen for more information on the Cal Hope Courage Award Scholarship Program. West Credit Union honors teachers all around the Bay Area for the great work they do every day.
Here's Malia Robinson from the Castro Valley tennis team talking about outstanding teacher Darren Reese.
My favorite teacher is definitely Mr. Reese. He's super funny, he is super passionate, and he genuinely, he's the auto teacher. He loves what he teaches, and it makes it just amazing to learn from him.
Coming up, the NCS Division I final game with Bishop O'Dowd and Granada.
And the CCS D1 girls title game with Los Gatos and Menlo Atherton. But first, here's this week's learning tip presented by the Bay Area Tutoring Association. To become a tutor, or if you need a tutor, scan the QR code at the end of the tip or contact bayareatutor.org.
Review math daily instead of cramming before a test. Spend 10 to 15 minutes each day reviewing formulas, practicing problem sets, or redoing missed homework questions.
On the field, you got your team. Off the field, you need one too, especially in math. Bay Area Tutor for Athletes lets you build your own squad, up to 5 teammates for small group online tutoring, or go one-on-one for a custom plan. We cover algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, and more. Our goal? Help you meet GPA requirements, maintain your eligibility, and prepare for college. Because winning in the classroom is just as important as winning on the scoreboard.
Meet the Johnsons, a young couple looking to start a family. Then there's Larry, the eccentric brother-in-law who likes to hold concerts every day. And he also believes that squirrels are spies. Ready to build an ADU loan on your main home, a second home, or an investment property in California? Get a Home Fast ADU loan with fixed-term financing ranging from $25,000 up to $500,000. Thanks to a Home Fast ADU loan from West, Larry has his own space. And the Johnsons, well, they have their sanity back.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer.
And give you a fresh blade feeling time after
time. Time after time after time. Gillette Labs, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
The NCS Division I final is Bishop O'Dowd as the top seed. The Dragons winner of the West Alameda County Foothill League this season at 22-7 overall.
So, the Dragons facing the number 3 seed, Granada. The Matadors defeating Amador Valley in the semifinal game to make it to the finals, played at San Leandro High School on Saturday. G.J. Hill-Thomas introduced with his O'Dowd Dragons taking on Granada. Early action, the loose ball goes to Nas Griffin, and the 6'5 senior slams it home. But this game would be close all the way. Corin Johnson tossing it out to Ethan Mitchell for 3. It's a 2-point Dragons lead. Granada gets a monster game from junior Brandon Hahn, who was unstoppable for the Matadors. More Granada in the second as Mitchell gets it down low to Hahn, who gives Granada a 7-point lead. Late second now, Cordell Taylor driving to the rack. Cordell gets hammered, but gets the shot to fall. It's 44-37 Granada at the half. Third quarter, back come the Dragons. Griffin to Hill-Thomas for 2. More O'Dowd. Look at Griffin weaving his way through the fence, and the Dragons cut the lead to 2. Hill-Thomas up and under, and the foul as the Dragons take the lead. But here he is again. Hahn was the man. 36 points in the game for Brandon. Dragons down by 2 in the fourth. To the corner it goes. Eric Tomey hits a clutch 3, and the Dragons are back on top. Hahn from the baseline, a tough jumper that goes, and Granada's back up by 1. Dragons right back. It's Griffin to Caden Gibbs to Tomey, and Eric is clutch again. It's a 1-point Dragons lead. 20 seconds to play. The Dragons down by 1. Hill-Thomas bobbing and weaving. It bounces and bounces, and it goes. It's a 1-point Dragons lead. Last chance for Granada, but the inbounds pass is stolen by Caden Gibbs over to Hill-Thomas, who scores at the buzzer to give Bishop O'Dowd a 3-point win. The Dragons' 20th section title. Big games for Hill-Thomas and Nas Griffin.
This CCS Division I final is a rematch of last year's section title game between Los Gatos and Menlo Atherton. Los Gatos won it all last year. The Bears with a couple of threes to open up this game. There is Molly Gray nailing the triple, but the Cats' Jenna Webb returns a favor. Taylor Payne feeds Jenna in the corner, and then Jenna takes the pass from Hannah Banami. Splish, splash, Los Gatos leads 14-8 after 1. But the Bears eliminate that lead in the second quarter. Lita Fakapalea spins and drills the jumper, 19-17 MA. The Bears keep the Cats to just 3 points in the quarter. Gray to Natalie Roman to Louisa Tava. MA up by 7 at the break. Los Gatos reaches as close as 4 in the third quarter. There is Hannah Banami with a nice move to make it 32-28 Bears. But from there, MA steps it up. Louisa Tava broke the record for most three-pointers in a single game back in the quarterfinal round. And in this title game, she hit the game high of 19 points. The younger Tava's sister, Mary, with 10 points. She's just a sophomore, and we finish it off with senior Ape Ulu Kivayola and Menlo Atherton best Los Gatos this time around, winning the CCS Division I section title game. Both the Bears and Wildcats will be off to NorCal. Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award each week, leading to $10,000 in scholarships. This is an athlete who does great work in the community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Abby Forsgren from the Bishop O'Dowd soccer squad. The senior takes part in a nature cleanup group going around the Bay Area to pick up trash. Abby also spends time at a local senior center helping out with events like bingo and water aerobics. Abby explains why volunteering is so important to her.
It's really important to give back to people and meet people in your community. It's sometimes we get super stuck in our own bubbles of friends and phones and school and soccer for me. So it's really important to interact with new people, get new viewpoints on life.
If you're a student athlete looking to earn volunteer hours as a tutor, you can contact our friends at bayareatutor.org.
The San Jose Police Department is looking for top recruits to join their department to keep San Jose the safest big city in America.
So SJPD helps us recognize top recruits in the Bay Area. This week we recognize Abby Nelson from the Los Gatos girls soccer team. Abby is so good and has been great all year for the Wildcats, on fire in the playoffs with back-to-back hat tricks over very good teams. Just a junior, Abby is committed to play her college soccer at the University of California at Berkeley. Abby Nelson, this week's San Jose Police Department top recruit.
Coming up, the CCS Division I boys title game with rivals Los Gatos and Milpitas.
And CCS soccer with Christopher and Delmar. But first, here is the Pacific Pride student section of the week. This week, it's the Reardon student section. The Crusaders going nuts, an amazing double overtime win for Reardon last week. Brought to you by the University of the Pacific, the official higher education partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
The CCS Division I final match, two De Anza Division rivals, Milpitas and Los Gatos. The Trojans from Milpitas were league champs, handing Los Gatos its only 2 league losses of the season.
But this game would ruin everything for Milpitas if the Cats could get their revenge in the D1 title game played on Saturday.
The CCS Division I title on the line as Milpitas takes on Los Gatos for the 3rd time this season. The Cats were hitting from deep early. Here's Milos Grabovac making it splash from 3-point land. Now it's Ryan Jamison kicking it out to a wide open Oliver Evans, and the freshman shoots and scores from deep. 12-9 Los Gatos after 1. Milpitas answers back in the second. Josiah Campwood finds Dylan Nguyen. Dylan pulls up from mid-range. He got it. Then it's Dylan Nguyen letting it fly from deep. A couple bounces and it is in. Dylan Nguyen from 3-point land. It's all tied up at 18 at halftime. LG looking to retake control in the second half. Grabovac over to Oliver Evans. The freshman hits again from 3-point land as the Cats take a 1-point lead. But Pranavram Krishnan comes alive for the Trojans. Krishnan from the top of the key. He gets it to go. Now how about Pranavram getting his own rebound and throwing it down with authority. 32-25 Milpitas after 3. Then in the fourth, Krishnan falling away. Got it. 37-28 Milpitas. Los Gatos trying to rally back. Grabovac kicks it out to Will Campbell, and the senior knocks down the trifecta, but the Trojans had all the momentum late. Dylan Nguyen shoots and scores from just inside the arc. Then Alexander Deng gets the loose ball. Over to Pranavram Krishnan. Pranavram throws it down again as the Milpitas Trojans win the CCS Division I title, the first section title for the Trojans since 1997. Congratulations to the Trojans on a historic win.
Christopher and Delmar for the CCS D3 Championship. Christopher applying pressure. Avery Montejano crosses to the middle, but Delmar's defense gets to it first to send it out. Later in the half, another opportunity for the Cougars, but this time it's Delmar's Alex Kahn getting to it first, and we end the half scoreless. Second half now, a Delmar shot on net, saved by Alan Sanchez. Patrick Fott puts a shot on, but Sanchez gets a hand on it. What a sequence for the junior keeper. Under 4 to go now. Nico Collins has a one-on-one with Sanchez. Collins looks far side, shoots. Sanchez gets a foot on it to clear it out. What a game for Allen. We go to overtime. No score in OT. Both teams perfect in PKs until Kahn blocks the Cougars' kick. Kingston Solomon connects with his PK, so that means Kevin Garcia needs to make this to win the CCS title, and Garcia delivers. The Delmar Dons are CCS D3 champions as the Dons storm Garcia. Delmar wins it at home in PKs.
Bernardi Zurada is the official injury attorneys for the San Francisco 49ers, and each week Bernardi Zurada finds people in the high school sports community and highlights their efforts.
This week, Bernardi Zurada hometown hero is longtime prep sports writer Mitch Stevens. For better than 40 years, Mitch has highlighted the best games and best players from the Bay Area and nationwide. Mitch started with the Contra Costa Times in 1984. In '86, he moved to the Tri-Valley Herald. Then 12 more years at the Contra Costa Times. Mitch went on to work for the San Francisco Chronicle, Maps Preps. Mitch Stevens, this week's Bernardi Zurada hometown hero.
Albany's Construction knows a thing or two about hard work, and that's why they bring us the dirty work play each week. Doing the dirty work this week is Paige Spencer from St. Francis. Paige breaking down the defender and making the shot. That was dirty. Paige Spencer doing the dirty work, just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up is the Euro Clinic Girls Game of the Week, the NCS Open Division in soccer with Carondelet and Bishop O'Dowd.
And the NCS Open Division Final for boys soccer with Monte Vista and Clayton Valley. But first, here is this week's High Five Top 5 point leaders in girls soccer in the Bay Area. Brought to you by High Five Restaurant and Catering in San Jose.
This is Jess, Peloton instructor, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
Being a Hall of Fame football player isn't just about making catches and scoring touchdowns. It's about commitment to a team on and off the field. That's why you can trust the team of Bernardi Zurada, official sponsors of the San Francisco 49ers. Just like the hard work and effort I put into winning games,
they put the same dedication into fighting for their client. If you are in need of an injury attorney, trust the dedicated team of Bernardi Zarata to be on your side.
This isn't just auto repair, this is EuroClinic, Silicon Valley's destination for European auto care. Located in Santa Clara, we deliver precision maintenance and repair with uncompromising standards. Enjoy flexible drop-offs, concierge updates, towing for exotics, and valet pickup. Your vehicle is backed by a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty while you relax in our modern lounge with espresso and private workspaces. Expect more than a dealer. Expect EuroClinic.
For over 65 years, Delta Dental has been at the forefront of progressive healthcare for all, offering high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. At Delta Dental, we're committed to pushing the industry to transform modern healthcare so your family gets more moments that matter for generations to come. Schedule your oral health checkup today.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
Time for our EuroClinic Girls Game of the Week. The game MVP receives these custom headphones courtesy of EuroClinic in Santa Clara, where European car care meets uncompromising standards. This week's game is the NCS Open Division title for girls soccer with Bishop O'Dowd and Carondelet.
The Dragons earned the top seed with a 15-0 record. Carondelet is the second seed after going 9-0 to win the East Bay League title. It's our EuroClinic Girls Game of the Week. Our Ivan Garcia was there.
It's a beautiful day here in Oakland as the first ever NCS Open Division Championship has two powerhouses. Abby Forsgren is having a sensational season for Bishop O'Dowd. 31 goals, 25 assists, including 8 games with a hat trick. That's not a typo. The University of Memphis commit is shredding defenses. But the Dragons will have to go through senior defensive anchor Madeline Roeder. The back-to-back EBAL Defensive Player of the Year looks to etch the Cougars' name in history before leaving to the University of San Diego next year. Could not have asked for a better matchup. It's the top two seeds battling it out. It's our EuroClinic Girls Game of the Week.
The Cougars try to make a statement 6 minutes into the game. The ball is loose in the box and Elle Sloan chips in the goal. Carondelet takes an early lead. Near the 20-minute mark, the Dragons are on the break. Look at the speed of Sadie Seidel, who also plays for the under-16 U.S. women's national team, finds Chloe Keating, only the keeper to beat. The great assist gets a great goal. How about a great celebration? We are all tied up going into the half. O'Dowd only gave up 1 goal heading into this game. Sloan already scored 1, creates separation, sends a beautiful ball over the keeper. Amazing goal by the Houston commit. The Cougars regain the lead 2-1. 4 minutes to go. O'Dowd awarded a free kick, one of the best free kicks you'll see. Kiana Lee Olsen with the perfect placement and ties the game at 2. We are headed to golden goal. The Dragons on the counterattack. Caitlin Wong passes to Keating. The defender's closing in. Keating shoots. Goal! Second goal of the game for the UC Davis commit, and let the celebration begin. Bishop O'Dowd comes back from 2-1 to win the NCS Open Division Championship. The Dragons hero spoke about her thoughts on the season.
A special place in my heart for the rest of my life. I'm never going to forget these girls, and I'm just so grateful for everything they've given me. Going into freshman year, I was actually planning on quitting soccer. I just wasn't in a really good place, but being with these girls, they reignited my spark, and so that's just something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
In Oakland with the EuroClinic Girls Game of the Week, I'm Ivan Garcia, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Now time for the Boys Open Division Final with top-seeded Clayton Valley facing second-seeded Monte Vista. In the 5th minute, Ramon Mahmoud chips it, Giovanni Martinez Negretti heads it over to Christian Ortiz Estrada, and Clayton Valley gets on the board in a hurry. The sophomore gives the Ugly Eagles a 1-goal lead. Closing minutes of the first half, Henry Hedden sends a free kick 50 yards. Colin Jobe heads it to the right of the net, and Colin Huberty puts it away. The Mustangs tie it up and have a chance to go ahead not long after. Hedden rockets a free kick on goal, but Ryan Clark comes up with a fantastic save. The ball is cleared away and Clayton Valley recovers it. This is the ensuing possession. Gio battles with a defender, takes a shot with his left, and it's good. Martinez Agretti scores before the end of the first half, and the Ugly Eagles shut out Monte Vista in the second half to not only take home the NCS Open Division title, but to remain undefeated on the year. The Cinderella story for Clayton Valley includes a section title and will go on to play for a shot at NorCal next week. The Los Altos boys soccer team had a great season this year.
The Eagles traveling to the Rica Center to talk with Jake about it this week.
And here's the boys soccer team from Los Altos High School. Make some noise! Yeah! A great season for the Eagles. They are league champs out of the Santa Clara Valley De Anza League. Outstanding season, starting off with Eddie Lamousse. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, off to a great start. But just talk about what winning that league title was like for you in this program.
It meant a lot, to be honest, because we haven't won the league in a lot of years, which I think it was 20 or plus, or I think it never happened. We, of course, worked out on and off the pitch. We were a very well-centered team. We took practices seriously. We won it. It meant a lot to us. The seniors, juniors still have another year, and I think they can do it again, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, this league was a grind. This guy that I'm talking to next, this is Walter Guzman. Outstanding player, 17 goals on the season. Just talk about how you were able to be successful playing with this squad game in and game out.
I think it has been like my best season so far, and it was just like a pleasure playing with all these guys because we put a lot of dedication on it. And it's just like team commitment as well. Playing with like every single one of these players is just like grateful, and I have a lot of appreciation for every one of them. We were able to win league, and that's that goal that we had at the first of the season.
Hey, you're always going to remember that, man, right? And then finally, I'm making my way over to Jonah. So Jonah, you are a senior. What are you going to miss the most being part of this program?
Yeah, I think it's these guys. I mean, I'm not just saying that. This is probably one of, if not the closest teams that I've ever been a part of. And there's no doubt that we would not have been able to win league and accomplish what we did if we weren't so close with each other on and off the field.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, congratulations on a wonderful season. Take us out with a break.
1, 2, 3, Eagles!
Delta Dental honors entire teams who perform well on the field and in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award. This week we recognize the Livermore boys basketball team, the Cowboys with the best GPA of all Division II schools with a very impressive 3.66 GPA.
Wow. Coming up, the City League final with Lowell and Lincoln.
But first, here's our U.S. Bank Bay Area boys basketball poll. The San Francisco City League was really tight this season. Lincoln taking home the #1 seed heading in to the section final game.
Yeah, the Mustangs playing the Lowell Cardinals. If you could play the game anywhere,
Yes.
where would you play it?
Chase Center, San Francisco.
Can you get that done?
Yes.
Okay.
I got
According
it done.
to Aubrey, they're playing at the Chase Center Thursday night.
Thursday night.
All right.
Lincoln and Lowell for the City League section title game at the Chase Center. Lincoln looking for its 5th straight section title. They jump out to a 9-0 start. Fred Davis goes driving to the rack for 2. 9 points in the first quarter for Fred Davis, 14-3 Lincoln. But before the quarter is done, Jalen Lee would have 11 of his own, 11 of his team's 14 points, 18-14 Lincoln after 1. Second quarter, the Mustangs Max Haas with some lockdown defense there, blocking the shot. Davis goes charging down the court with it, passes to Dwayne Gaines for 3. Yes, but Lowell able to dig themselves out of that early deficit, down by 1 with just under 2 minutes to play in the half. Bruno Parker-Tan, the pass down low to Tycho Melquist, and the Cardinals have taken the lead, but can they keep it before the break? Tied at 28. Final seconds, Caden Williams to Isaac Figueroa, and that is for the halftime lead. The long two beats the buzzer to make it 30-28 Lincoln at the break. The second half starts just like the first half with Fred Davis taking control, hitting threes from NBA range. The Mustangs would go on to have the largest lead of the night at 11 with just under 5 minutes to play. but Lowell nearly erases that lead as well. Lee with a whopping 28 points in this game. He is impressive. 61-55 Lincoln. Lee down low, kicks it out to Tego Melquist. This will make it a 3-point game, but Lincoln has a fourth quarter hero in sophomore Max Haas. 12 points in the final frame for Max, leading to Lincoln's 5th straight City League section title. 63-58 Lincoln defeats Lowell. Davis leading his team with 21.
Kennedy Nomura being introduced as Valley Christian takes on Aragon for the CCS Division II title. Valley Christian in control early. Kennedy Nomura with the drive and the finish. Aragon answers back on the other end. Eva Felix over to Jacqueline Ruttenberg. Jacqueline shoots and scores from downtown. The Warriors come right back. Nomura with the pass inside to Anaya Banarbi. Anaya gets the lane to fall. 23-7 Valley Christian after one. More Warriors in the second. Banarbi comes up with the offensive rebound and the second chance bucket as Valley Christian takes a big lead at halftime. VC putting the finishing touches in the second half. Nomura finds a wide open Rhythm Aragones in the corner. Rhythm makes it splash from three-point land. Now it's Kennedy Nomura letting it fly from the San Jose airport. She gets it to go. Here's Kennedy again for three. Bang! Kennedy Nomura from downtown as the Valley Christian Warriors win the CCS Division II title. Nomura leading the way with 21 points.
The Harker School presents the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week it's Caden Moorfield from the Willow Glen basketball team. Caden, incredible in the classroom with a 4.6 GPA.
Amazing. Brought to you by the Harker School. This year's Harker Chamber Concert featured dozens of student musicians performing a repertoire consisting of the likes of Beethoven and Mendelssohn, as well as a piece by Harker senior Erica Wang. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, and each week they bring us the Be Happy Play, a play guaranteed to make everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Los Gatos girls soccer team, winning the CCS Division I title in penalty kicks, and the girls were very happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, the Service by Medallion Play of the Week.
But first, here's this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, brought to you by Lumen Digital.
Talk about college costs, scholarships, and the importance of saving for education. See if your digital banking app has personalized dashboards so you and your teen can track savings towards a college fund.
Play of the Week.
Let's begin Play of the Week with Carondelet's El Sloan. What a fabulous goal to give the Cougars the lead. But Kiana Lee Olsen from Bishop O'Dowd. What a free kick with minutes left to equalize the game. Here's Clayton Valley Zion Grissom with the one-handed putback dunk. But the Play of the Week goes to Reardon's Andrew Hillman with this between the legs alley-up to JP Pitovs. One more time. Andrew Hillman and JP Pitovs with the Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week for NorCal Winter Playoff action. So much action. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You will also be able to see full game videos and vote for the Players of the Week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.